Ted, Hunt. Okay, these maggots. This is Sergeant Slaughter, and I've been informed that there's some kind of Cobra conversions happening here, and I, Sergeant Slaughter, have come to put a stop to it. I've re-enlisted with the Joe team.
Hey, Sarge.
What?
Fan event.
What?
Fan event.
Fan event. Fan event. Fan event. Oh, fan event. Well, why did you say so in the first place? The Cobra Conversions is a G.I. Joe fan event. Well,
I've not used this before, so I'm just trying it out.
Like the old times, we'll hit pause and then hit a rewind. You wanna come over, just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly. Hey buddy, no strangers here. These times I hold them dear. My door's open, so come on in. This was great, let's do it again. Like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly. Do you wanna come over? Just like the old times, we'll hit pause and then hit a rewind. You wanna come over? Just like the old days, and we'll watch the time just fly.
Nobody knows strangers here.
Whoops! I played the wrong intro. I played the old Cobra Convergence one.
What's going on? What's happening?
I was like, is this a Cobra Convergence stream we're doing?
Well,
converging a Cobra?
I wonder if Brian will do Cobra Convergence next year. That'll be fun.
Hopefully.
I think it's just going to be a lot of Hans Chow reading things on his channel. Dinner theater with Hans Chow.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, let's put our top guests at the top and the cool kids down below. Gaz, we're back with STS, otherwise known as Shoot the Shit, with Hans Chow and our buddy Adam from Go Figure. Gaz, you had this excellent idea to talk about things that, whether it be a new idea or an existing IP, that would have made or would still make a good cartoon, either then or today. My ideas are all from back then because, you know, I live in the past. Maybe someone here has an idea that would make a good cartoon today. I don't know. Anyway, Steven's here and Pericles Dragon Ball Z is here. Good to see you, fellas.
Yeah.
And Hans, you brought in some verses as well, I believe.
I did.
Should we kick off with some? Should we kick off with the verses?
Let's go.
Yes, we can kick off with some verses in exactly. Hang on, and save, and high res, and done. Realize one of them saved badly. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, good. Did it. Wonderful.
You did the thing?
You did the thing. You did the thing.
Let me just do that. Replace file, and done. Wonderful. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Ooh, big buck man.
No, that is not true.
I should start calling you Hans Kaching.
Hans Chuching Chow.
Chow.
Not at all. Never. All right. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Boom. Let me share the screen. Yeah, so these are all new.
So I'm thinking what I'll do, as always, is just pick the opposite of what Gaz says and then violently argue about it and then forget my argument and then flip-flop on it later.
These will get fun. I love you, buddy.
I love you too, but all right, here we go.
All right, so I mean,
Ooh.
So there has to be like some degree of criteria, right? But I think with regards
Sure.
to this particular one, it's just basically which one? Which
Well,
one?
what's the rule of the swords? Like, what are the powers for the
one of them is
Sword of
one
Omens?
them- the Eye of Thundera is basically like a ridiculously powerful energy source, which allows the sword to do pretty much everything that the power sword from He-Man does. The only difference is the Eye of Thundera. It's really all in that little red gem. The rest of it is just kind of a housing. So, and then of course the power sword, as if anybody has seen the show recently, it's really the conduit for the power of the universe to go into the individual, but the individual needs to be selected by whoever it is. In my particular instance, the idea is like, which would you rather be? Would you rather be Thundercat, Master of the Universe? That's an easy one.
There's only really one decision for me, I guess. I mean, it can have a crummy old Eye of Thundera, or I can be like Superman, basically, right? So I'm taking the power sword every day of the week.
Oh my gosh. Why would you do this? Why though? Anyway, everybody pick, and I'll tell you my justification.
I mean, come on, man. I'm gonna be. First of all, I'm gonna be He-Man, so I'm gonna be like almost like the coolest dude in the universe, right?
Well, you already are the coolest dude in the universe.
That's not true. That's not true. I'd have the power sword. I'd fighting for the side of right, and I can't be corrupted. If I have the Eye of Thundera, I'm just me with a sword. I can be corrupted.
Yeah, but can't Skeletor? He's already corrupted, and he's looking for the power sword. He's got half a power sword.
Yeah, but I won't fall. Nah, I'm just saying power sword.
Yeah. Adam, what do you?
I want to be able to pick up big stuff and throw them.
I in all seriousness, my daughter has the Sword of Omens hanging in her room, a legit Sword of Omens, and it's pretty cool to have in hand. And it you hold it and you do feel instantly powerful, even though it's just a metal piece of metal. It feels that way. And I do like the symbiotic relationship that Lionel had with that sword. That he couldn't do evil with it. Like he tried to kill a deer, I think, in one episode, and the sword wouldn't let him.
That was the first.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
3 episodes in there somewhere.
So it really, it's almost like a buddy. Like it's not a tool to be used as much as a relationship to be had with that sword. That being said, I went to the 400 market this morning, and at that sword shop that Zazel and I were at with all of our Roncon buddies, they had the new movie He-Man sword there. And because I cared about my marriage, I didn't buy it, but I did hold it, and I'll tell you, you hold that thing in your hand and you feel like you're 7 feet tall, and you feel like masters of the universe. These are both.
It is the kind of sword that you have to hold aloft.
Oh, it's just right there. But yeah, it's something that it's one of those things where, we want to say that caviar is worth the money and it's great, but man, just give me a good steak and I'm there. So as flawless and as interesting as a story arc and tool and relationship as the Sword of Omens is, you cannot beat the He-Man power sword. You can't do it.
Okay, so we both witnessed the magic of the power sword when Corey, our buddy Cobra Lang, purchased a power sword at the markets
and almost killed a guy.
Almost killed a guy with it. But it was like a transformation for real, watching a persona appear from that man. And if you've ever met Corey, you'll know that he is a friendly sort, a very personable person, humble man. But when he had that sword, he was like, gives him a little bit more, it elevated him for sure, in a sense that there was a higher level of consciousness applied to the man.
Around and doing tricks at the flea market.
Oh yeah, that man. He picked it up, he held it aloft, and he could not put it down again.
The guy who sold it to him said, "I have a box and a case for it." He goes, "No, I don't need it," and he's brandished that thing around the flea market.
He held it.
Man, look at it. Look at that thing.
So the thing about the power sword is it's basically a large key with transformation powers, right? It turns you from yourself into a tan version of yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Prince Adam is not less buff than He-Man. He is exactly the same. Speaking of legends, takes one to know one, buddy.
Wait. Are you just saying it's going to make me tan?
It's going to make you tan,
I thought it was
Gaz.
going to look like He-Man.
I also
like Hans upstairs. I thought maybe it would look like that. If that's the case, forget it. I don't want the power sword.
I'm just saying.
You can keep both of those crummy swords. I'll just go get myself a ninja sword.
I have a theory though that the power sword is hollow because He-Man only has an echo in his voice when he talks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I think when you're looking at the animation of the swords, right? So the thing about the power sword and Castle Grayskull, I put them together. That imagery, right? He holds it aloft. The castle appears behind him, and the magic of the sword happens, and he turns into He-Man. That looks cool, but a lot of the coolness of that sword is just him holding it up and him turning into He-Man, right? The Thundercat sword of Omens, that has it doesn't just the transformation happens within the sword. He holds it over his face, it expands over his eye, over his face, and then he goes thunder, and it expands, and it becomes from a humble little dagger to an almighty sword. And I think between the two of them, that is a much cooler imagery of the two swords. I do think that there's a heftiness to He-Man's sword that the Sword of Omens doesn't have. But do you want to have an overgrown key, or do you want to have?
Well, I mean, for the power sword, you need to be chosen for it. You can't just pick it up, right?
No, because Skeletor has half of it.
Yeah, but you can't just pick it up and say.
Skeletor used it in Revelations.
Yeah, but you can't.
He used it in the movie, didn't he?
Yeah.
But like a random person can't take the power sword, pick it up, and say, "By the power of Grayskull, I am He-Man." Right?
Well, no, but can a random person pick up the Sword of Omens and Thundercat it? I don't know.
So from the power sword has been used repeatedly for evil. Skeletor picked up the sword and used it for nonsense. Evelyn has done it as well. That was actually the heart of a lot of the problems in the last Kevin Smith thing, which I loved. Because it really showed that the quality of the wielder being Adam was really what made He-Man so powerful. Here's some tech specs as well.
Before we get into the tech specs, Hans, I'll just finish my argument real quick. My final argument for the sword is if you look at the, and Pericles is sort of touching on it here, saying that the alter ego as a prince didn't really sit well. And if you look at the original mini comics, he was just a buff guy. He didn't turn into a buff guy. He was just the buff guy. Not just, I mean, he's a good looking dude. I'm not, I'm nowhere close. But he was the barbarian archetype. There was no prince originally. So, in the end, it is just, for me, it's a key that opens Castle Grayskull primarily. That was its function. So just for the sake of arguing against Gaz, I'm going the Sword of Omens. And no tan required.
No, just fur.
I'm making enough of that.
The He-Man power sword is poorly designed. Just gonna throw it out there. It's also 2 inches shorter than the.
It's not the length; it's how you use it.
I knew you were gonna say that, but the design as well is poor. You can't catch blades, right?
I'm just saying that the power sword is the sword that Conan would wield, not that little trinket with the eyeball.
I think that's the point, though, Gaz. I think that's the point that we're trying to get across. Is like this is kind of Conan.
anyway, to me, with regards to being magical, the Sword of Omen, not only is it kind of a guide to the conscience, because it is kind of its own entity. It does kind of stop Lionel from doing dumb stuff, even from acting in rage and stuff. So the reality, it's kind of a tutor as well as a sword. It's so much more than just, an item of power. So much so that, like, when a lot of evil people have tried to touch the sword, it stopped them from touching them. They had to actually wrap the eye in cloth and stuff. And I think just by nature of what it is, because Lionel himself is a flawed character. And that's a big problem we've had with Adam, is that Adam has always been, he kind of started off and ended off in the same place, but the sword really played so much more of an integral role. And if it also, of course, denotes him as royalty, because Adam was kind of born a prince, and he was always a good one. Lionel was born a prince as well, but he started off as like I don't know, he must have been 10 or some crap. So he had a rough going as well. So
isn't he still kind
because
of
of how storied the sword is, the design plus everything that happens in the series? It's not just a device to transform. I am same thing with Zazel says. I'm a Sword of Woman's guy myself.
Well,
so Josiah's got an argument for Thundercats holding up better than the OG Motu. But Motu had better toys.
Oh yeah,
agreed. Well, and Epic Badger is also here. How are you, buddy?
I'm just gonna say, Crumb spits on your puny sword.
Yes,
as I'm wielding it like Conan. You guys can be like, I got power.
This is a 50-50. Let's move on to the next one.
Gaz, though, I need you to know, man, today, not only did I hold the power sword, but I did also hold up the Atlantean King sword from Conan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's once again He-Man versus Masters of the Universe versus Thundercats.
Of course, this had to happen. I'm gonna let you go first, Hazel.
Well, Man-at-Arms is my favorite Motu character, very closely with my boy Fisto. Nowhere near Spike, or Spike was just garbage. So I have a tendency to go straight to Duncan, our boy Duncan. We got a Panthro fan in the house. So when you're called Man-at-Arms, that sort of gives you you are the Man-at-Arms. You obviously had a troop behind it, but that gives you a sense of that. I think that puts forward his sense of power, strength, courage, and all of those things that would put him in that position. Leadership, in fact, he is also a mentor of sorts to a lot of the characters. I like his relationship with Orko. I think that sort of brings out a little bit of comedy to it too. But my grandfather gave me this figure as a kid, and I often wondered how did he get this? Probably my mum gave it to him and said, give this to your grandson. I don't know. But so I've as a bias, I've got to go Man-at-Arms. But I think realistically that if these two scrapped, it would be a battle of the ages. I think it would be a way better battle than anything He-Man or Skeletor has ever done. And it could possibly be one of those moments where they strip themselves of armor and weapons and just go at it as burly men do, which is our favorite thing to do at RonCon, which is strip down and wrestle.
Yeah.
For no particular reason, and I think Panthro is a fantastic character, but my bias is putting me strongly at Man-at-Arms, and I think Man-at-Arms, as cool as nunchucks are, I think Man-at-Arms probably has the better weapon too. That giant mace. Woo.
You're just really going Man-at-Arms because that's what Sergeant Slaughter's character was.
Sergeant-at-Arms, yeah, exactly true. Could you imagine how, if I was a kid and I saw my favorite Motu guy, my favorite G.I. Joe guy mashed together, I would have... Adam disagrees, but that would mean...
you would have gone for it, for sure, 100%. So I love Man-at-Arms. You guys know me. I to say I'm a big Motu fan is an understatement. But Thundercats is like right under there for me. And my first Thundercat figure ever was Panthro. I came home from school. And I saw a Panthro figure on my bed, on the card, and I thought, my mom is the greatest mom in the world. And I ran into her room and I said, "Thank you so much, Mom." And I gave her a big hug, and she goes, "What are you thanking me for?" And I said, for Thundercat Panthro. And she goes, "Oh no, that's for you've been invited to a birthday party, and that's for your friend Jonathan."
Oh my gosh!
And I was crushed.
Devastated.
And my mom said, "Listen, it doesn't matter to me. You can go to the party and give him Panthro, or you can keep him yourself and not go. It's up to you." And it was a very hard decision for about 45 seconds. And I gave her another big hug. And so Panthro was great. I thought the figure was great. I loved the character. I love that he, was, again, he's kind of a ninja. He's also kind of like a smart builder, tinkerer guy. And the first thing I designed myself in my 3D printer was Panthro's nunchucks. That was the first accessory that I designed and made. And so Panthro has always been like my favorite of the Thundercats. And I think it's a close race, but to me, it's not a choice. It's just Panthro.
Well, Gaz, you got to break the tie.
Well, hold on. What's Hans think?
Oh, you want to know what I get?
Yeah.
So I like both characters, but I love the way Panthro actually speaks. I love the way his voice worked. And I like the fact that he was like, "There's not enough blasted Thundrenium to run the tank." And the way he spoke didn't mix matters about anything. He was very upset. But more than that, even when he fought his first duel against Sly, I think it was, he mocked Sly for the whole fight while he beat him like a drum. And I was like, not only is he a good inventor and he's a good team member to everybody else, but he is absolutely in his enemy's face. And he was such a mix of types of people, not types of people, but such a mix of archetypes of characters.
Right.
And I don't think we've really seen one like him in I'm gonna go ahead and say ever. And because of that, I've preferred him to Man at Arms. But I do really love Kevin Smith's take on Duncan as the most dangerous man in Eternia. I love that, but once again, I'm all Panthro.
Yeah, I was going to say Panthro is also great to his grandkids, the Huxtables.
No, I don't know, Zizzle. This is not looking good for you.
That's okay.
So, I'm just gonna plain out say Panthro. I'm not a big fan of the Thundercats, but I like Panthro, and I think Panthro would kick the crap out of Duncan because of everything that Hans just said. And the fact that he's a ninja. I'm sorry, man. He's a ninja inventor. He's got a tank. What is he got? A sky sled? So yeah,
most dangerous man in Eternia.
Well, he's a dangerous man, but that's a ninja, buddy. That's a buffed out ninja right there. He's gonna kick the crap out of Duncan. I'm sorry, but it's Panthro.
Hey, you're entitled to your wrong opinions, guys.
I think
we'll see how wrong I am at Joe Fest next year.
The next one, I feel like the next one might be a little bit easier, but because Adam was in the chat a while ago and he was hitting us with this one particular thing, I knew this had to go in here.
We'll just before we answer the question, I just want to put out here who was the first guy you remember using nunchucks, Panthro or Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee, yeah.
Yeah, definitely Bruce Lee. Rhinox probably take them both out. To be fair. Gentle Giant, but still.
I just have one question. Who is the guy that Voltron's going to kick the crap out of?
That's the Megazord from... Come on, man. That's the Megazord from Power Rangers.
I thought that was just Kmart Voltron next to him. There's Voltron.
I didn't really... Yeah, I didn't know that.
We have Man at Arms has a gun though, so that's. I don't think Man at Arms would use a gun if he was in a fist fight.
I don't think they're going to help him anyway.
And hello to JFF141 and JoeFan84 dropping in. Good to see you, fellas.
I was going to do my little Charlie Chaplin bit.
So before we get into just to explain, I'm not too keen on the Power Rangers. I've seen a couple of them. I don't know anything about the Megazord, whatever that is.
Yeah, it's a little bit outside of my age group. I think I saw it on TV, and I must have been, I don't know, just before turning a teenager, maybe, and I was like, this is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I am concerned, I hate both of these characters equally. So they're both a bunch of animals that combine together to fight, and they all do the same garbage. They form the sword and they chop the dude in half. It's like, why didn't you open with that move? It's ridiculous.
Hello, Johnny.
Well, that's why I'm the Vehicle Voltron fan. I don't like this.
Yeah, Vehicle Voltron will kick both their butts.
That's great.
Voltron was always more interesting when the lions were separate doing battle. As soon as they formed Voltron, it was lame. Like this.
They are 5 lion bots that combine to make
Here
a
we go.
giant robot.
Here we go.
You like just because you're a teacher doesn't mean you can just spout out crap. It's like saying that like, you're not inherently right just because someone like what the hell are you talking about?
Anyway, hold on a second. Keep going.
These is anyway.
No, you were saying
Gaz is gonna go get props. I'll say this. I think that the pilots of Voltron are less annoying than the pilots of Power Rangers. The worst part of Power Rangers is the humans, and the humans from Voltron are at least not annoying. Like I even think Pidge is a perfectly fine character. I mean, you got a big guy named Hunk.
Shallow pool. Anyway.
Yeah, well, all I know is, as confusing as the color change for the outfits were, and I will say, I will give a little bit of an edge to Power Rangers because they're freaking dinosaurs and Ice Age animals. That's cool. Don't get me wrong, but Voltron is still infinitely cooler.
So
I mean, the when the mask opens, I'll form the head, and it's like. It's in there? Come on, that's so cool.
So first of all, the pilots, right? In a straight up fight, the Power Rangers would absolutely nuke the Voltron pilots. The Voltron pilots are normal dudes in suits. The Power Rangers had powers.
Not if Sven is alive.
What's Sven gonna do? Sven doesn't have powers. These guys were super strong. And
well, in the remake, he's got like a bionic arm.
This is not.
Are you just going OG Voltron and Mighty Morphin?
This is the first version.
I think even Pidge could bitch slap Blue Ranger out of existence.
Banana sandwiches.
Hans Chow.
Banana sandwiches.
Has a Power Ranger ever effectively used any of its weapons, whether it be the gun or the gun that turns into a little knife with a little to end on it, or their Power Ranger, or when they combine all their weapons, have they ever used any of them to end a fight? No, not at all. They shoot a guy, sparks fly, and then that person runs away or comes back or grows up. They never end the fight. You can watch any episode of Voltron, and little Pidge, he takes out his blaster and he's shooting Skull Warriors, and they're dying because Pidge owns it. And
Pidge is a murdering child.
Yes.
He's a child soldier.
They're going to murder those teenagers from Angel Grove at the juice bar, hanging out with Bulky and Skull. And listen, how dare Power Rangers would take out the Voltron? Oh, come on.
I think the real fight is Bulk versus Hunk.
The mice from the castle could take out the Power Rangers.
Oh, man.
I think it's a landslide here, Hans.
Man, introduce a third party to this fight. Man,
I don't think you're right. But
well, none of the kids were in the power suits though. They cut the clips to competent Japanese men.
Yes, Hans.
And women who knew what they were doing.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
I mean, it's not like it's like, oh well, He-Man's it's just animation. No, it doesn't matter. Once again, in the lore itself, if the Power Rangers, the pilots, were to fight the Voltron Force pilots, it would be a pretty rugged fight for the Voltron pilots. It's just
Pidge would pull it like Adam said. Pidge pulls out a pistol and puts him to rest.
But hold on,
Voltron are the defenders of the galaxy. The Power Rangers are teenagers with attitude.
Hold on a second. This fight is between Voltron the robot and that power sword thingy. Okay, As I just understand it, they don't kill the bad guys. They just run away. Voltron's out to end that. It's done.
No,
He's gonna pull the
no.
power sword and destroy that thing.
The
Split him in half.
Megazord has the Power Rangers have killed every villain monster of the day that they
All right.
But that's the
Hans?
Guardian of the Universe, Hans.
Here's
Most of them are made of clay.
The universe.
Here's what's going to happen, Hans.
It's
So
the Guardian of the Universe.
These two robots are going to start fighting. And then the Power Rangers are going to be talking with their hands. Oh, no, because that's how they do it. and Voltron's going to be just like trouncing them. And that big Voltron with the line, they're going to be using. And then, Jason's going to be like, oh, no, Kimberly, what do we do? But then, you know what they're going to hear from the distance? They're going to hear the Dragon Dagger music. And then on the rocks is the Green Ranger. And the Dragon Zord comes out of the ocean and comes over. And the Power Ranger will be like, nah, you're in trouble. And then the Dragon Zord is going to shoot missiles at the Megazord because he even knows Voltron's better.
Yeah,
Is that that wannabe Godzilla robot?
Yep.
So
Godzilla.
What the one thing that I will give you is that Voltron is twice the height of the.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he's bigger.
So
yeah.
if you're gonna give me anything, it would be he's twice the height, so that gives him size. So that means he'll win, just automatically.
Plus his fists.
Also, the ability to fly is a bit rough. Like that's hard.
Yeah.
Defender of the.
But the pilots, that would be that's a you can't convince me otherwise for that one. I'll give you in this fight, the robot will win.
Yeah, you didn't say Pidge versus the Blue Ranger. You said Voltron versus Megazord.
Just hold on, that's coming. Anyway,
here we go. Josh saying that the Dragon Zord gave the Rangers the business by itself is enough, right?
That is true. That is also true.
Oh, what is this? Oh.
Okay.
Are we talking toy or actual vehicle?
Those are toys.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll let you start first, Ads.
So, as awesome as the Striker is, and coming from a guy who learned how to drive on a Volkswagen Dune buggy, the Striker is very, that's pretty great. But as a toy, the Striker had those movable front wheels, which seemed like a good idea, but made it a more delicate toy to play with. Mm-hmm. Whereas you can go and find a Vamp anywhere in any bin, pull it out, most of it's there, and it's still a very playable toy. I think the Vamp is like the rugged go-to utility G.I. Joe vehicle, any version of it.
Vamp Mark II, any version.
Yeah, any version. But Mark II, sure. Yeah, all of them. They're all great.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that.
So this is Mark II Vamp?
Yeah, this is the Mark II.
Okay. What do you reckon, Gaz?
Me?
I know you're a fan of Stargate, so this might sway your...
All right, look. I'm just gonna stay forward here. That Osprey is awesome. I beat the crap out of him when I was a kid, and it still worked.
Nice.
Wheels didn't get messed up, nothing happened. I lost some lenses but that's all right. That's all right. I mean, how can you not love that little face? Look at that little face.
He's so happy.
Look, he's so smiley.
All right.
Come on, guys, play with me.
As a toy, that thing is, I think, 100 times better than the Vamp Mark II. It's better than the Vamp Mark I. All right. I like the Vamp. I do. I really do. It's a great vehicle. It's a rugged vehicle. Yep. Right. It will stand up a lot longer than that Striker will, but that Striker is just too awesome. It's way too awesome. And if we're talking as a vehicle fight, that Striker is going to destroy that thing, man. It's got maneuverability. That's a Lamborghini, man. That's going to suck down gas and be empty before it even reaches an Striker. You can launch its little missiles, and after that, it's done. That thing can outmaneuver the missiles. And then hit him with that big cannon on top. Forget it. It's over, man. I'm sorry, Breaker. I mean, Clutch. I'm sorry, buddy.
Let me just talk toys for a second, right? I think if the Stinger were here, then that might be a bit of a closer competition, just because black is cooler. I think we can agree that with G.I. Joe and their vehicles, the amount of detail they put into these early toys was outstanding. Like a molded on shovel is a great piece of world building, which later on they improved by making those things removable, right? With the, I think 25th line did it first.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. But part of the fun of these toys was putting your guys in there, right? And so when you put, and first of all, you can't spell awesome without ore, and the ore striker is definitely awesome. But you look at, I mean, kids loved buggies. Kids loved buggies. Did kids love Jeeps? I don't know if Vamp is a Jeep, it looks Jeep-ish. Did they love Jeeps as much as they love buggies? I don't think so. I think buggies were way up there. But if you put, I think figure for figure, the driver of the Vamp clutch is a little bit cooler than Crankcase. Was Crankcase the guy
take
from...
that back. Take that back.
You think Crankcase is cooler?
Cool. Oh my god, he's so cool.
Well, okay, I'm willing to concede on that matter. That's not here or there for the Ore Striker itself. But I think with the Ore Striker, you put your guys in that, and you can still see your guys in there, right? They're not hidden in amongst all of that armory. And I think that the Ore Striker had a bit more of a presence in the cartoon too, so you have that in your playtime. You're like, yeah, Ore Striker. So for toys, just for a toy, I think the Ore Striker wins out just because of that. You've got the cool antennas, you've got the cool weapon at the top, it's a buggy for Pete's sake, cool sticker, and it does look like it's...
Unless I forget, 4 figures on that vehicle.
Sure, you can even be more creative. Yeah. And it's got that... Who didn't have a conversation? It's like, what does this thing do? Does this control the gun? How does that work? I don't know if this one had it, but I think the 25th one added a pipe attachment to it. So there's like It
has a hose that runs up from that targeting system that's in the passenger
side. It does, okay, cool. I didn't have the original one. I did have the 25th version, and I thought it was just bloody awesome. I also have the Transformers version where it turns into Bumblebee. I would have preferred it turned into Beachcomber, but it is what it is. And I think that's also, I mean, that whole line fixes the whole scale argument for Transformers, right? Like a transforming Vamp into Bumblebee is now a scale toy, like all of them. Anyway, I'm just going. Anyway, short answer: give me the Ore Striker.
Damn right.
Could the Ore Striker tow anything though? Because the Vamp does have a bonus.
It doesn't have a hitcher, but they could easily put one on there.
Sure.
Yeah, a bit of bubblegum.
It does
not. And the Vamp is a real world vehicle. It's this baby right here. And I believe it's the LM002 Lamborghini SUV back in the 80s. That's what it's based on.
I see. It's a Lambo. Well, it looks like a Jeep to me. Anything that looks like a Jeep is a Jeep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we used to tow our boat and stuff with our dune buggy, so yeah, they can tow.
Besides that, look at those radio antennas. It's so fucking cool, man. That thing is just so cool.
Yeah.
So it's Ore Striker then.
Ore Striker all day.
Are we 4 for 4 on the ore?
Nah, I think Adam said.
I'm still a Vamp guy. I just love the Vamp so much.
I think this one's cooler that it has opening doors and a roof or something. That's pretty creative. I think
every Vamp is as cool as every other Vamp. I think they're all perfect.
They're all great. I have 4 of them.
Does the Vamp have an engine cover somewhere?
No.
You know what was a great Ore-Striker though? Was the Rise of
Eco Warriors?
No, the Rise
of Shut up. Oh, anyway.
The Rise
I want the Eco Warriors
Big Ice one.
The black one?
Yes.
Yeah, the Rise.
I have that one.
It's got a grappling hook instead of a cannon.
Yeah, I have 6 Ore-Strikers. I have the one from Stargate.
Nice.
I have that one. I have the one that came with Chuckles, the Desert Ops one.
Yeah, nice.
I have that one, and then I have Bumblebee, and then I have the OG, and then I have the re-release one.
Excellent.
Very cool.
Love the Ore-Strikers.
I've been trying to get a Vamp now for like many years. I managed to get a classified Vamp before I got a vintage Vamp. It's just like I've tried. Remember we were looking at prices, and I was like, why is this so expensive for no reason?
Hans, I'm just gonna send you a Vamp. I've got a few extras just kicking about.
You know, you get the Play School ones too, right? They're cheap.
Those ones are cool. The Fun School Jeep, the racing one.
There's a green one. There's a red one and a blue one.
Yeah, but I got a couple like Mark 1 extras just kicking about. I'll send you one.
Oh, thanks. I just, as I said, I kept checking the prices, and it was like, why is this $75? Like, I don't know if anyway, whatever. So we kind of split on it a little bit because like as much as I mean, I hunted an Ostriker with Gaz and Matt for like a day and change, and then until we went upstairs and I found a guy who had like 10, and they were like $25. I was like, yes, please, thank you. You know, it's just
Nice.
But yeah, dude. Moving on. More Power Rangers.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Easy win for me. Wait, is this specific iteration of? So we've got 5 turtles.
question:
Why is it 5 turtles?
The girl is with them.
No,
which one's the girl?
the Venus de Marlo had a light blue band.
Yeah, which one?
This is a different one.
Comics.
Oh, is that the one? The one in the forefront's the girl
Yeah.
with the Wolverine claws. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
How are the Green Ranger and White Ranger on the same team?
yeah, they're the same guy, aren't they?
So I don't want to get into the lore, but basically the coin went to different people. Let's just go along with it.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Let's go along with it.
Again.
So what if the turtles got the coins?
They have actually turned into Power Rangers.
Awesome.
There is a comic book where that has happened.
Here we go.
No.
I think this is
alone.
See, there you go.
Johnny's saying is Janika from the IDW run, she was a human foot assassin. She assassinated the foot, or never mind.
But for that reason alone, Hans, the turtles are better because they can be turtles and Power Rangers.
Right. I get this.
They are the coins are currently in use.
Okay, gotcha.
I got this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Turtles win, but not without losses. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
They go through the pink, black, yellow, red, blue Rangers easy. They knock them off. Easy.
The Red Ranger before the Blue Ranger dies? All right.
We're talking Ninja Turtles here. I'm not saying the Red Ranger went down easy. I'm just saying he went down.
The science nerd.
Does this iteration of the turtles kill though? Because we've got a big argument for the turtles not ever killing anyone.
I'm talking these. I'm looking at it. These are the OG turtles in the original comic book. The little 4'5" guys that killed the Shredder by throwing him off top of a building with a thermal detonator.
Right.
You murdered him in the first issue.
Murdered him in the first issue. Yeah, I'm talking these turtles. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking Tommy. Which one ever Tommy's going to be, right? Because he was like the best Ranger, right? Okay. He's the one that's going to put up a fight. He's going to take down a turtle or two, right? That's it. But then he eventually goes down.
I can't agree, Gaz, and the only reason being, now I love your argument, and I get that it's like a little bit more of an even fight there, but these are ninjas.
That's what I'm saying.
But so there's no way a White Ranger who is just a martial artist. And no offense to any martial artists, don't get me wrong, but and I'm talking about I don't know enough about ninjutsu like a ninja though, like a ninja. I just feel like a ninja warrior. If you are a ninja, a ninja could take out anyone with any of their martial arts level of skill, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know enough. Hans would have a better idea whether a ninja could take out whatever martial arts they do.
So, once again, I reiterate, and I agree with Gaz. But, so, pink, dead. Blue, dead. Black, depending on whether it was Adam or Zach. If it's Adam, trouble. If it's Zach, dead. Yeah, same with Yellow Ranger. Red Ranger, even if there's no Green Ranger there at all, Red Ranger and White Ranger, those guys had mental issues, as far as I'm concerned. Also, you're kind of dealing with guys. So on one side, you have ninja, you have sneaky, you have all sorts of stuff. But on the other side, you have legitimate superpowers. You have speed, you have all that other crap the Power Rangers had. So will the Ninja Turtles win? No. But will the Power Rangers lose like 4 or 5 dudes? Absolutely. Blue Ranger's gone in the first 5 minutes. He's going to get a sword through the visor, and that's going to be the end of him because he likes to talk too much and study crap. But White Ranger's probably going in there hard. hard. You know, I think it would be close, but I think the Rangers would edge out a win. But they're gonna have to find more
Rangers?
teams with attitude to replace all the dead ones.
So here's what's actually going to happen. Here's what's actually going to play out. Is that the Turtles
Splinter was in there, the Turtles would win. Anyway, good.
The Turtles are going to show up. They're just going to get some pizza. They're just like hanging out. And then the Power Rangers will be like, what are these more Rita monsters? Because they don't know. They're just like, they just think the Turtles are Rita monsters. So they show up and they start kicking and throwing punches and whatnot. And then the Turtles start trouncing the Rangers. Like just trouncing them, right? And they're getting all trounced. And then
You're getting all trounced.
and then the Rangers are like, all right, let's get into our Zords. And then so they get into their Zords and they're like, they call them. And then friggin' the Turtles get in their pizza van and start shooting, pizza van stuff and just like throwing hot dough in their faces and burning cheese and stuff. And they're like, damn, what's that?
We're talking two different Turtles here.
And so they're like, this is malarkey. So then they combine their Zords into like the Megazord, and then they do that. But then what happens is the Turtles just keep driving their turtle van, the party wagon away. And then because the Megazord isn't like Voltron, it can't fly, it's got to walk. It's so clumsy, and it's like doing. And then the Power Rangers are like, you know what? This is taking way too long, and we have a dance to get to at the community center. We're running for the kids. We have to bail out and go to the community center. And then the Turtles just push over the Megazord when it's not unoccupied. And then Donatello reprograms it to be a good robot.
Yeah, but I think Donatello could reprogram the Megazord even in battle. Like Donatello has proven to be able to do that on many occasions. He's taken over Krang's android body before.
But the kids,
there's no reason why he couldn't figure it out. This guy does machines.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why he couldn't do a Megazord.
I'm just going to counter Hans's argument. Sir, Splinter is in that photo. You can't see him because he's a master ninja.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, perfect. Yes.
I made the slide. He's not there. Anyway,
he's there, man. He's there. He's just over Rock
Johnny Sorensen, I agree. Ninja Turtles have the best crossover comics. I own a few of them, and I have to say, they are fantastic. One of the best crossover books I've ever seen was Naruto with Ninja Turtles. And
nice.
That worked perfectly. So whoever put that into reality, good job.
Did the Turtles beat Batman?
Nope. He kicked the crap out of them.
So Batman beat the Turtles?
All 5. 4.
Well, in that case, Batman could beat the Megazord.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would kind of went without saying.
There you go.
The Power Rangers would lose to the Ninja Turtles very quickly. You know what they would hear the whole time? Nothing.
Damn right.
Oh my gosh.
Ninja.
Y'all. All right.
See, I'm saying by the time they get through the cannon fodder Power Rangers, instead of naming them all, that's when they would be on to like, hey, something's going on here.
Yeah, you can't form a Megazord if you only got 2 people.
As the Red Ranger's going down, like I said, not without any injuries to the Turtles. That's when Tommy figures out whether he's going to be the green or white Ranger, and then he's going to go after them, and that's where they lose a couple more Turtles, but eventually just goes down. Maybe Rob sticks his scythe through his helmet, or Leo decapitates him all like Anakin style.
You know what would happen if this was a film?
They would team up and fight.
No, for dramatic effect. For dramatic effect, the battle would go longer than it should. But eventually, the Turtles would trounce them.
Dude, I'm just saying right now, man. Dude,
there'd be a sunset as the Turtles are walking away, and you see Donnie walk by, and then Raph, and then Mikey, and then Leo, and he has his swords. He's walking by. He's putting his swords back into his sheath, and then he goes to a side sheath and puts Saba, the white saber, into his own sheath, and Saba's like, "It's better here. It's better."
Well, who won? Who won in the old in the live action Turtles versus the live action Power Rangers? Who won that battle?
Count because Power Rangers in space.
I'm just
they
saying Power Rangers
teaming up in the end.
I think Power Rangers couldn't even take on the A-Team, bro.
I think Raphael could take out all the Power Rangers single-handedly, but
BA would just build a giant robot and they'd kick the crap out of him.
Donnie would build his own Megazord.
I want you to still talk to us after tonight, okay? We're sorry.
I think he would call it the Turtle Power Zord. and
Yeah, damn
that would take care of
They would make
all
Power
of this.
Rangers anyway.
All right. So
Anyway.
we'll say the Ninja Turtles would win this one.
Yeah.
I can't believe we just made
And
the
on.
Turtles beat the Power Rangers.
Oh no.
Oh
this is good.
man, yeah, this is a good fight.
Okay, first of all, who's seen the Mole Show?
I'm
I
on
liked it.
episode 3 because you told me to get there.
Yeah,
liked
okay. Well, I'll try and keep it spoiler
So
free.
we have to make one assumption in this fight, and that assumption is that whatever Storm Shadow's katanas are made of could handle a lightsaber.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
That's the one.
I disagree.
No,
Yeah,
We can't.
no,
If
You can't,
Storm
but-
Shadow has a lightsaber-proof sword,
no.
that's taking away Darth Maul's advantage of having a lightsaber.
I think he could have a vibranium, like
The
those, like,
Force.
there's a-
Absolutely the Force.
Guys, I would suggest Storm Shadow wouldn't need a lightsaber proof sword.
That's true. He wouldn't, because he's a ninja.
Yeah,
But-
ninja trumps
But
Darth.
Darth Maul, in a way, is sort of a ninja himself.
He's kind of a space ninja.
That's right.
Yeah, this is your best one so far.
I think it's gonna be black. This is gonna be hard.
This to be
It's gonna
graded.
be hard. I'm gonna say, as much as I hold the character dear to my heart, Maul will destroy him. Just destroy him. It'd be a great fight, but Maul would win at the end.
I think I agree with you guys in the outcome, but I think
This is great.
yeah.
And this answers that question.
Yeah. Well, I think that
That's true too. Yeah.
it would be a good fight. It would be a good fight. But because Storm Shadow would, even though he's a Cobra, would fight with honor, Darth Maul would not.
That's
And
true too.
That's where the advantage comes through.
Yeah.
So Snake Eyes was Ray Park, not Storm Shadow. But I think if you think the Force is going to be an advantage, it all depends on what type of use of the Force. Like, it is so inconsistent in the Phantom Menace, what the Force can and can't do. If we're talking Phantom Menace Maul, or any, I mean, so my argument for, if you haven't seen, and I don't want to give spoilers, but in the Maul show, there's no way he can beat Storm Shadow.
No, not that Maul. No. It'd have to be pre-Phantom Menace Maul. If he's gonna beat him, all. You know, actually, I'm gonna let me go back.
Actually, gonna beat him off. Nice.
Hell, dude.
Actually, I think, and honestly, I think Storm Shadow. Actually, I don't think more about it. I'm just going with my gut, but I think Storm Shadow in the end would walk away the victor at this one, because all right, we're gonna, it's Maul versus Storm Shadow, right? So Storm Shadow doesn't have anything different than he has now, and Maul's pre Phantom Menace, right? Ninja mystic abilities, we can say, is almost like, other than being able to forcibly move stuff around, right? So I think, I'm honestly, I think that Storm Shadow would take him.
I think Storm Shadow is a more competent individual than Darth Maul, and I think that. Sorry, guys, go ahead.
I was gonna say his rage would make Storm Shadow come over him. It's like Maul would just go into complete rage, frustration, can't beat this guy, you know, and he doesn't have any force powers.
Qui-Gon went into a meditative. He went into a state of meditation, and that got him absolutely nowhere with Darth Maul. And I think it took a little bit of rage from Obi-Wan, whether he wants to admit it or not, to be able to put Maul down. But even then, I've argued that Maul defeated himself more than Obi-Wan defeated Darth Maul. I think Darth Maul could have ended the fight, but didn't. He gloated, and that is what got him, in the end, cut in twixt. But I think the if you're looking at the cartoon and the comics versions of Storm Shadow, maybe the comic books a little less, but if you look at those versions, they give them a sense of mysticism, right? A little bit more of a magical sort of element to it, which I think a lot of the '80s was like how magical ninjas are. So I feel like he has the edge, with or without a lightsaber.
Well, just remember that he's a ninja, right? Yes, he might have honor, but he's still a ruthless killer,
Yeah.
right?
But
Right,
Maul
and-
was trained his entire life just to kill.
Right. So was he.
Yeah, Maul's evil though.
Yeah, but in a way, so was Storm Shadow, even with honor. He knows he's going to get into a fight with this guy, and he's going to know. He's going to know that this guy is like not going to hold back. So neither Storm Shadow.
First time we see Maul, he tries to run Anakin over with a speeder, and he didn't know who Anakin was. He just tried to run over a child with a speeder. That's
but
that's a different level.
Storm Shadow could just ninja star Darth Maul into the back of the head from the shadows, right? He doesn't have to be face to face.
The Force, he would know he's there, unless there's too many. So first of all, like Batman, ninjas have to study the target. They have to know a little bit about it. I mean, there's some ninja tricks that they've used. Like I've seen them hold their breath and all sorts of business. You know, the Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes do that kind of business, but ultimately it's still rooted in some kind of physical something. The Force is some kind of quasi-mystical weirdness, and unfortunately, as much as I love Storm Shadow, I don't think he'd beat Maul, just because it would, as soon as he used the Force, that first "oh wow" would be his last "oh wow."
Yeah, but uses the Force in what way?
I want Shadow to win, but I think Maul would.
If he just makes him slip, if he just pushes his foot a little bit too far, and he does split when he didn't mean to, puts him in a bad way.
Yeah, but that takes a lot of. I think Storm Shadow would be a distraction for Maul, enough that Maul would not be able to have that Force, that level of Force use. It takes concentration to use the Force, right? You can't just Force push if you're in the middle of combat. And I think you don't see Maul really Force push anyone. You see him use the Force to open a door. But you don't see him. I think he Force pushes everyone over the edge.
Again, we're talking about which Maul are we talking about? If we're talking about, again, pre-Phantom Maul, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm starting to come around.
His ruthless aggression would probably just.
I'm starting to come around to Maul.
But if we're talking like later Maul, I think Storm Shadow's got him like.
The older Maul got, the worse it would be for Storm Shadow. Because it was less rage, it was more training. If you saw the new series, all that dude does is train and get more and more upset.
All right, you know what? I'm going back to my original decision, Maul.
Yeah,
Are we talking about the Maul series, Hans? Are you saying that the Maul series, Maul?
Yeah.
Because
by then he was a monster.
I don't want.
No, I disagree. I think Maul in the Maul series, Adam Cavalieri is. I think Maul in the Maul series has no real skill.
Oh no, I disagree with that. No.
Okay, who does
he constantly
what?
And he's super manipulative.
He's hyper manipulative. He's realized that his real weapons aren't his sabers and his physicality. Because in Rebels, he's a monster there too.
Yeah, I mean,
any of that.
I think he's better in Rebels than he is in the Maul series. I think the Maul series does him a disservice.
The Rebels series is after.
Yeah,
but I think he's better written.
Well, we haven't seen enough of it, but the reality is he's way more manipulative in the Maul series.
Yeah.
So I think he's becoming more and more. He's starting to realize, instead of being a pawn in the game, he became a person who moved pieces on the board.
Yeah.
And that kind of wisdom or insidiousness, I think that makes him even scarier, because he didn't lose any of his physicality. He actually learned more styles.
I mean, look
at what happened when dude went into Sarasu. Maul was like, ugh. You know, it's just
the only thing that I would say about older Maul. And I mean, we all know what happened to him, and they show it in the series where if you know, you damage his legs and stuff,
Yeah.
then that might be a hindrance, but not much of a hindrance.
Yeah.
So answer this question for me, because I've seen the first couple episodes. It appears he has like flesh legs at the beginning of the Maul show.
No.
Are they just better robot legs?
Yeah.
They're all just better robot legs, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think, unfortunately, like the more I know I love Storm Shadow too. I mean, I don't own a Maul figure. That's not true. I own a Maul figure. But anyway, I think it's rough. But I think Maul unfortunately the more I think about it, the more I realize how unfair this one was. Anyway, moving on.
I mean, I would like to think that Storm Shadow would put up a good fight.
Oh yeah, it would be excellent. And
yeah.
In that fight, Maul would be like, we should not be fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
We should be working together. That kind of
He
thing.
seduces Storm Shadow to the dark side.
That'd be crazy.
Well,
Storm Shadow would
maybe not dark side, but certainly, I don't know. Maybe dude might be force sensitive. I don't know. Anyway,
how come Darth Maul doesn't get a name change like Darth Tyrannus and Darth Vader?
Well, they just call him Maul.
He lost Darth. He's just Maul. He's not Darth anything.
Just call him Maul.
Yeah, but I mean, in the Phantom Menace, he's Darth Maul, right? How come he was born with the name Maul? He never got a elevated name like Vader and
I don't know.
Tyrannus and
Say what his
Sidious.
name was.
Because he started as a child. He was like a kid. Sidious got him, was like, I'll name you Maul. And you have no other name. That's it, Maul. And go. And his first mission was to do a bunch of crap, and then by his 27th mission, he got killed.
How are you, Ari? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
This one, this was kind of easy for me.
Yeah,
this one is not a. So first of all, and I had this talk today with my son, which is a talk that every nerd father has to have with their kid. About how stupidly overpowered super speed is, right?
Yeah.
So this one is a question of not who would win in a fight, but who you think is actually actively cooler. This is just a preference, because if it's a fight, I mean, Sonic just does his Sonic nonsense, and I'm not. All right, you take this, guys, and that's the end. And I'm not interested. Yeah. What?
What was that comment?
I don't know if it's you're trying to do a bias here, but why is Super Mario throwing me a Kamehameha? Why is he powering up like a Dragon Ball Z character in this picture?
Well, he can throw fireballs.
Shoot a fireball, yeah.
Now with the red hat on, he can't.
That's true.
All right. Well, you never see Sonic. You never see Sonic with a ring around his finger either. But here we are.
I'm just saying, it's like the most aggressive Mario picture I've ever seen.
It's just the same artist, and I like this stuff.
I'm just joking around.
There are some
just goofing.
Wrong there.
So what's the question? Which one do you find is cooler? Because right now we have 3 live action Sonic movies. We have 2 animated Mario movies. They've probably had an equal number of games to a varying levels of success. But I'm pretty sure everybody probably played Mario before they've played before they ever played a Sonic, because Sonic came out after. I think it was for Genesis. I don't think it was for anything before that. It's just a question of which one you actually think is cooler. My daughter and my son got into a heated debate about which one was cooler. And to watch 2 little kids kind of talk about it, I kind of realized it didn't boil down to, oh, well, he's more powerful and therefore. It was, oh, I prefer him and therefore, which I think is a better argument for this particular one. Okay.
So I was always a Genesis guy over a Nintendo guy because I thought Sonic was a better core game than Mario.
I think you mean Mega Drive.
Sure. That makes you feel better. I mean Mega Drive. Yeah.
You know what? I prefer Sonic as a character, but when the animated Mario movies came out and gave him a little bit more of a personality, I started to warm up to him a little bit more. But as it stands right now, Sonic for me, which is strange, because I prefer the Mario games.
I think the very persona of Sonic and the reason for his creation, I think that he is designed to be the cooler of these 2. right? He would be by definition cooler than Mario. Mario is a great hero, don't get me wrong, but even Mario wouldn't say I'm cool. So I think that
Josiah Alcone with the deep dive, boy. Jaleel White was the voice of Sonic back in the original cartoons. Well, the first cartoon.
That's
cool. Yes, true.
Did he do that?
Ha!
Mm-hmm. Ah! So which one did you say, Zazel?
I think Mario is my favorite. I preferred Mario over Sonic growing up, and we had both Nintendo and Sega. And I would always go back to Mario because Mario's not a one-trick pony, right? He's not just super fast and you try and get through all the obstacles and whatever at super speed and bash anything. You had to use different skill sets to get through, including fireballs or flying or whatever it is that you had to do. Mario would have to upgrade himself in order to get through the levels. That doesn't make him cooler. That just is a more fun game for me.
Sure.
I got over Sonic very quickly. I was like, yay, spin, yay. Sounds cool too, right? That sounds cool. I can't do it because I'm not cool. But remember that stereotypical Sonic sound? So Sonic is cooler, but I thought Mario was the more fun game.
Well, I think
Tanuki Suit.
For me, it's Mario. I think Mario's cooler. One, I'll give you the reason why. To make Sonic cooler, you had to add more characters. To make Mario cooler, you can give him a raccoon suit. You give him a dinosaur to ride, right? I think he has.
Well, that is cool.
Suit. Now he has like an elephant suit. Has all kind of stuff. He gets fireballs and his costume changes. All that cool stuff, right? That's
fair enough.
I prefer, and I think Mario is cooler. But I am a Luigi guy, so.
You know what's kind of interesting? If that reference you just made there kind of kicked on the teacher in my head, and I was like, the whole idea of getting costumes and stuff like that is really like a character arc and kind of character building a little bit. So it is kind of intrinsic to the character that he does have to seek self-improvement to conquer whatever obstacles in front of him. Not that I'm going to change my opinion, but I do think that is, no matter which one you've picked for this particular one, there's no real loser, as I said before.
I can have a beer with Mario. I think Sonic would just get on my nerves.
I think Sonic for sure would be a lot of fun, but I think his frantic energy would be annoying after a certain point.
Yeah.
So I think we're split. I think me and Adam were Sonic, and you two down there were Mario.
Because let's put it this way: after Mario saves the kingdom, he's probably gonna have to go like unplug a drain somewhere in New York.
True.
He's just a working guy.
But he does get the princess.
That's right.
That's pretty damn cool.
The villains in these two series have shockingly different objectives. Anyway, 50-50. Next.
Unicron versus Galactus.
Yeah. Easy. Galactus eats Unicron. Done.
Yeah, hands down. Yeah, hands down. No contest, man. I feel bad for Unicron.
Galactus eats planets.
Dude.
Unicron eats planets, but Unicron is a planet, so therefore Galactus eats planet.
Silver Surfer shows up and depowers Unicron, and then Galactus just comes and eats him. Like,
I think, I agree. I think Silver Surfer could just take Unicron out himself.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Oh well, what about Silver Surfer versus the Heralds of Unicron though, with Galvatron, Cyclonus? Yeah, I agree. Silver Surfer is definitely going to be able to take out any Decepticon.
I mean, you got a character that's got cosmic based energy powers against formatted Transformers, right?
But are they cosmically enhanced? I'm talking about the movie version of Galvatron too, not the psychotic one after the movie.
I mean, he's just got that cannon, and I think that Surfer himself could just outmaneuver him. You know, it'd be a decent fight, but at the end, I think he's going to destroy him easy. I don't even think it's a match. I'm sorry to any Transformers fans out there. That's fine, whatever. But I don't mean any harm against it. But honestly, I don't think it's a fair matchup. There's a cosmic being, a celestial being against a giant robot that somebody built.
Well, Unicron, yeah, he's a robot, super powered robot. Don't get me wrong, but Galactus is a being that was around before time.
Yeah, a celestial being.
I don't know how. I mean, the movie does not do him justice.
No,
Let's be fair,
no.
and but just the principle of Galactus, I think, is enough. Be a cool fight though.
Yep.
Anyway, I think the fight would just be Galactus amusing himself. Like, you know what I mean? Just like
you would even register him as a Unicron as a threat?
No, I don't think so.
You know,
I think Unicron would find Galactus a threat.
Yeah.
Johnny's got the best comment. One's a cover band of the other. Easy win. Unicron has a better facial hair.
Unless we're talking about the Galactus that showed up in that Fantastic Four movie, then it's probably no contest.
I think the movie version gets trumped by the movie version.
So what heroic nonsense and the guys are saying is that Unicron is in fact a god. So it's a little bit of a rough. It's a rougher.
But Galactus is a celestial being. He's a celestial.
That's right. He's greater than a god.
He was there before time even began.
So was Unicron. Unicron and Prime.
Yeah, but Galactus eats planets, so therefore that's it. He is his main meal.
Yeah, but Unicron's
it's like saying who'd win in a fight, Gaz or a grilled cheese sandwich?
Ooh, does Gaz have his crayons?
Yeah, I need my crayons, man.
Gaz cracks his fingers and says, "Ma'am, bring me the kids menu."
God or not.
Hold on a second. Is Unicron a god?
He is.
He's a god. He's not the god.
But he's a robot.
Little G god.
Who created him?
So Jesus is a man, but he's also a god. Okay. Unicron is just the physical manifestation of his godliness. But the reality is, when the physical form was destroyed, he was still around. He was still being Unicron.
But Galactus is a celestial being, which is a god, isn't it?
I just want
to here's something else to consider. Unicron was defeated by the Matrix of Leadership, not by the Autobots, right? Galactus has been defeated by the Ultimate Nullifier. So, does the Ultimate Nullifier destroy the Matrix? And if so, there's your winner.
True.
The Ultimate Nullifier?
Yeah. That could destroy the Matrix, right?
I think he wins.
The Matrix would probably do nothing to Galactus.
I think storytelling from the 60s might be a little naff. I don't know if I'll be...
Okay, there's a question would you think Prime or Rodimus Prime, with the Matrix can defeat Galactus? I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, how powerful is the
Richard messed up Galactus a few times. Dr. Doom has messed up Galactus. Galactus has been beaten up way more by more people than
Unicron pulled his own limbs off, right? He's not that bright.
It didn't blow. It blew off. He was trying to stop it from blowing off. It was poorly animated.
Well, let's just say he was floating around in space, just his head. He was still alive. That was it. He couldn't reform himself.
In the series, yeah.
Galactus.
Who destroyed Unicron's head? Was it Starscream?
I don't think anybody destroyed it. I think it's still rotating.
I know that Grimlock jumped through his eyeball.
That is true. Did he?
I think so. Then they crashed.
No, Dinobots went through one eye, and then they came.
He put a hole in his butt cheek.
Yeah, he put
that's what he did.
I'm saying Galactus.
So everybody's
I'm still saying Galactus too. I think a celestial being from outside of time and space can take on the robotic form of whatever god this is. So I don't know, and I think that if a team of Autobots and the Matrix of Leadership can destroy a giant robot, then Galactus could probably do it hands down.
Yep.
Night, Joe Fan. Have a good night, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Josh. Say good night to the little one. He's not that little anymore. Here we go again.
Oh boy, here we go. Did we do this one
Here I
before?
go.
We didn't do it. Right? We haven't done it? Okay,
I never put Baroness against other Joes.
Okay.
Who did we have Baroness against last time? I thought it was Scarlet.
Nope, Baroness was against Black Widow.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
right.
never put Baroness against Scarlet.
Look, it's hard to argue anything against that booty, but you know what? I'm just gonna look for a bit, and then I'll come up with a reason why we both win.
I'll go first. Unless Adam, you want to go first?
I think the fans win.
One of my ultimate favorite memories of my life is at Joe Fest, looking for a Baroness with Azazel and shopping around, and then after I found the best one for the best price on the whole show, and proudly taking home a complete Baroness. Azazel still pointed every single one out to me for the next 3 years. Look, there's Baroness. Hey, look, there's Baroness. So as awkward as it sounds, when I see any picture of Baroness, it reminds me of my good pal Azazel, and for that fact and that fact alone, Baroness wins.
No, I'm going to agree. I think Baroness would just trounce Lady J. I like Lady J a lot. Probably my favorite female Joe than Quarrel. But I think Baroness would just
beat her up.
Yeah. It's the killer instinct that the Baroness has. I think you don't get to a position of power like the Baroness unless you've put a few people in their place.
Her ruthless aggression would just take her down.
Ari, I don't know if it's concerning, but it's definitely flattering. I don't have that kind of booty, but I'm working on it. Now, let's get our hormones out of the way here. Are we talking just a fight between these two?
Yeah, straight fight between you two.
So, I think hand-to-hand combat. I think Lady J might have an advantage over Baroness hand-to-hand combat. And I think that she would be stronger than the Baroness. I think the Baroness is cunning, and I think that she is competent with the use of weapons. But I think Lady J probably edges out in the way of skill.
Phrasing.
I don't know. I think you might be right. I think Baroness might be slightly stronger than Lady J. I think Baroness puts up that facade where she's more of like a, what's the word? Like high society type of person that might not
Anybody
be into
who
that.
Can sprint in high heels.
Yeah.
Anyone who can sprint in high heels.
I think she's deceptive in a way, and that's why I think she'd probably better most of the female Joes in some of the Joes most of the Joes as well.
Yeah, but if you're going into combat with spears, you're gonna have some skill, right? You'll be like, I don't need bullets.
Well, the reason why they gave spears because they didn't want to give her a gun, but they gave Baroness a gun, so I don't understand why they didn't give them a gun.
I think inherently what this boils down to as well, though, is Lady J is going to lose because she's better at being a person. Joes are trying to stop evil, and the Baroness is trying to kill Lady J.
Yeah.
Right? So they have different goals. And so I think just the Baroness's ruthlessness is going to edge her out.
I prefer Lady J as a person, but yeah, as a fight, it's not going to be cool. It's not going to be cool.
I don't think Baroness would get herself in a position to go one-on-one.
No, she'd be a mile away with her 50 cal sniper rifle. And just
some crap like that.
And if she is in a fight with her hand to hand, she's going to use every dirty trick in the book to get one over.
Yeah.
How could you hit me? I'm a woman. Stab in the neck.
I don't know. I'd love to have a conversation with Lady J, but I'd never want to talk to Baroness. Like I already have like shitty self-esteem. I don't need like Baroness to make me feel worse.
Oh, you wouldn't walk away from that conversation feeling good about yourself.
Oh no,
no, absolutely not.
Probably wearing Cobra Blue after.
But it's one of those situations where it's like I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. You know.
I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll join the Viper Regiment. No problem. I got you.
Woo! Oh, again, the angles here.
This is not a fair fight.
It's not a fight. It's which one is this one is more. Which one is more iconic?
Oh,
Plastic
which is iconic.
Archaeologist is here. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Destro would crush you. That's the real winner. The real winner is Destro.
Mm.
Because isn't he related to Lady J?
Yes, they're cousins.
So here's the thing, Hans. When you're saying which one is more iconic, there have been many Catwomen, and Catwoman's had many different looks over the years.
Yep.
Wonder Woman has.
Have there been multiple Catwomen? I thought there was Selena Kyle. I thought it was always.
Yeah, well, there's also
Styles.
Yeah, there's been a couple different ones, but Wonder Woman has always, although she's had a couple different looks, minorly here or there, she is a staple of what is the trinity of DC. And when it comes to like icons, as far as female superheroes go, it's only her. Like she is the iconic female superhero.
I agree.
I wouldn't mind getting whipped by either, but Catwoman, not going to happen.
I don't think that she's. Okay, so who has Wonder Woman inspired? What heroes?
Wonder Girl.
Dawn and Troy.
Okay, but that's also Wonder Woman. That's exactly Wonder Woman. You know.
I don't understand the question.
She inspired
the question, so we're looking at okay. So for all intents and purposes, Wonder Woman is essentially like a Superman sort of situation, right? Not that she is a clone of Superman, but she's like a Superman situation. She's the first one of her kind. And the only ones to come after her, especially with Lasso and all that, are essentially clones of her. Like Wonder Girl is like a clone of her almost. Okay. Who's the proto bad girl? With regards to that kind of femme fatale who's in love with the hero, who the hero can't bring himself to do anything to simply because he has conflicted feelings about her, who's kind of on the edge of crime, but also will help out the hero because she has a complication. Who's the proto form of her, and how many has she inspired? How many storylines have been linked to that as opposed to Diana?
Well, I guess Marvel Comics created Black Cat as their version. Yeah, exactly. As it's almost essentially the same thing. Like she's a thief with a bit of a heart, and is in love with the character of Spider-Man, not the person that is Peter Parker.
What we're looking at really is imitation being a form of flattery, right? So as far as I'm concerned, Diana's inspired nobody, and Catwoman inspired many.
You can't say that imitation is the biggest form of flattery for Catwoman, and then Diana hasn't inspired anybody. She's just been cloned, right? Like Diana is such an iconic character that Who
came out first, Wonder Woman or Superman?
Superman.
And if we're arguing that Wonder Woman is a female version of Superman,
no. I can't find the words for that properly, but I'm just saying like Superman was the first of his kind,
right?
And Wonder Woman is the first of her kind. She is the
Well, who was Superman inspired? I mean,
Superman's inspiration.
Superman was the first of his kind.
Yeah, but the idea of Superman came from the pulp comics, such as Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon, and
none of them have powers.
No, they don't. But they just gave him superpowers. But that's essentially where he came from. Same thing with Wonder Woman. But Catwoman,
I wouldn't use Buck Rogers as a proto form of Superman.
Use John Carter.
Well, it's not.
John Carter's a better comparison.
Yeah,
he goes to a different planet with a different atmosphere and gets powers because of that atmosphere.
But that's a better thing.
But the thing is, it's not the fact that they don't have superpowers. It's their moral compass. Like Flash Gordon's moral compass is he's got to save the planet no matter what, but he's going to help his friends no matter what, and he's always going to be the good guy. Same thing with Buck Rogers. He's always going to be constantly a good guy, and that's what Superman is. He's just a good guy. He's got super strength. That's what separates him from everybody else. But in moral core, he's the same as those characters, and they're good guys, and they're never gonna falter from that line. They're always gonna be that good guy, no matter what they have to do.
But I think Wonder Woman question of who's more iconic changed to.
I think Wonder Woman is inspired more people outside of the comic book world than in the comic book world.
Like the polygraph machine.
I think they're people. I think women and men can look up to a character like that and find inspiration in that more than they could look at Catwoman. Catwoman is, I know what you're saying. She's iconic because of the kind of character she is. She kind of falters the line as that anti-hero, and that's inspired a lot of comics. You have Punisher, Wolverine, all that stuff can lead to that. But so's Wonder Woman in a way, because yes, she got a moral compass, she's good and stuff, but she's also got that ruthless to her. She's that warrior princess and whatnot, right? I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
I know it's a rough.
It's rough.
Because
I think if they're fighting, Wonder Woman wins. As far as if you had to, for me, if I had to eliminate one from existence, I would keep Catwoman, and I just think Catwoman is the more interesting of the two.
She's by far more interesting than Wonder Woman, by far.
Right. But I don't know. That's the only answer I can give, other than I'm not really a DC guy anyway.
I'm with Adam here. I think Wonder Woman is more iconic. I'm not saying that Catwoman isn't iconic. I just think Wonder Woman just is just a little bit higher.
If you showed a picture of Wonder Woman and a picture of Catwoman to someone that only knows a passing knowledge of superheroes, do you think that they would be able to identify one over the other, or
Wonder
both?
Woman would be more identified.
You know what's crazy? I think Catwoman actually would, because of Batman Returns. I think that movie got way more exposure than the more recent Wonder Woman movie. Also, we can't discount the fact that Adam West's Batman was like everywhere.
That's true.
Yeah,
very true. But so was Linda Carter Wonder Woman show.
Yeah, she had a TV show. Yeah,
you know
true.
what's funny?
Actually, still in syndication right now.
We had. Anyway, I live in the back end of nowhere, and we had Batman's Adam West Batman, but we never had Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe in the 80s and the 70s or whatever it was, they were more sexist. The TV stations were sexist, and they thought.
I do know that a lot of boys in the 90s were in love with Catwoman, and I don't know anyone that was in love with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, as I said, it's an interesting to me. At least when I was making these slides, I was like, it can't obviously be a fight because Catwoman could get killed in the first 3 seconds. But I do find that from which one has done more for the comic book world, I find, funny enough, I feel like Catwoman has done more than Diana has.
But I think who's done more and who's more iconic are two different questions.
I think she's also more iconic because she's done more.
I think Wonder Woman still has a comic book. Catwoman doesn't. She just appears in a comic book.
I suppose the one thing I really could go on is because Catwoman does have a book, is which one is getting more sales right now. That's an easy Google check, but I'm not gonna do it.
I think Absolute Wonder Woman is getting a lot of sales.
Yeah, but Absolute Wonder Woman is a complete reinvention of Wonder Woman. I'm talking about
that's what's happening right now. Is they're all being reinvented. They're gonna do Absolute.
Catwoman has always fundamentally remained the same.
Even
in her reinvention now, the one thing they did was make her black, and it was just kind of like she's the same business. To make Wonder Woman edgier, they had to turn her into a witch with a sword, and like Catwoman, just let's make her black or make her tan, and then carry on with life. Because the reality is her story in and unto itself was way more interesting than Diana's ever was to start with, simply because of her complicated relationships with everyone around her and her own personal struggles. Diana's personal struggle was...
Where did she park her invisible jet?
Where did she park her invisible jet? Moving on. As I said, these questions are interesting to me because I'm a storyteller. Moving on.
Oh! Gaz, I already know.
No, Hans, man, why are you doing this to me, man? Why are you doing this to me? Forget everything I said about the Baroness. This is Rana wins this fight.
Why? Though?
Because Zorana's going to smell like swamp water, though.
She's no, I think she'd surprise you, man.
It would be a surprise if she did. You're right.
I think she's got. See, this is the thing about dreadnoughts, right? I think they come off as these like dumb biker people, but I don't think they really are. The way I look at them, I think these guys are ex like military, right? They all know exactly what they're doing. They just don't give a crap what people think about them. I think that Zorana, yeah, I think she just that one level above. I think she's more ruthless than.
Yeah, because if you think
You think
Baroness
she's
will fight
more
dirty,
ruthless than Baroness?
Yeah.
if you think Baroness fights dirty,
Okay.
Zorana
She
fights more
dirty.
so.
Yeah,
Okay, so Zorana has a soft spot for mainframe.
and the cartoon, man, and the cartoon.
In real life, she has a soft spot for Gaz.
Yeah.
That's right.
Baroness had the soft spot for which Joe in that parallel universe?
Steeler.
Steelers. There you go.
Yeah.
Right, but Baroness is with Destro. If you look at the individual they're with, or the individual they have a soft spot for, it kind of gauges the kind of individual they are. I think Zorana is a bad girl with a good heart, and Baroness is a bad person with a bad heart. And I think because she fights dirty, and also if it's a combat situation, Baroness will once again win. And I don't think it's fair. Do I prefer Zorana? No. But I wouldn't want to talk to. If I had to pick one to speak to, I'd still pick Zorana. But
I'd have a beer with Zorana.
Yeah, I would never want to be in the same room and in Baroness's focus for anything longer than yes, ma'am, goodbye, ma'am, and that's it. But Zorana.
However, having said that, Zorana did have a relationship with Destro too.
That's true.
In the comic, sorry, not comic.
In the second series,
cartoon, yeah.
That's right. So even Destro picked Zorana for a little bit.
I'm just saying, I think she's just a little bit more of a dirty fighter than Baroness. I think she'll just edge out.
If it came down to it, I reckon she would bite an ear off or nose off or something. She'd be biting. She'd be a biter.
I think in the comics, didn't Zorana get in a fist fight with Lady J?
I don't know.
I'm not
And
sure.
I think Lady J, in one of my favorite arcs, and Lady J beat her up. And if Lady J could beat her up, but Baroness could beat Lady J up, I feel like.
I think Zorana likes being punched, though.
Yeah, I think she threw that fight.
He does.
She's weird like that.
She just wants you to think she's weak.
Yeah.
It's Zorana, man. It's Zorana. If you're gonna say it's Zorana, you're never gonna sway me from that decision.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I love this picture of Zorana, by the way. I wish I could find the artist. She's a fantastic artist. Anyway, moving on.
Is that CoverGirl?
That's CoverGirl and Scarlet.
All right, is this a fight? Because the tank trumps a arrow.
Yeah.
It's just on a,
If it's
tank wins
1-on-1, right? If it's 1-on-1.
Let's go 1-on-1. Sure, I guess. It's fight or just preference or whatever at this point.
Scarlet's a ninja, so
jeez, yeah, forgot about that.
Fight, Scarlet wins. I prefer CoverGirl.
Interesting.
I prefer
particularly this version of CoverGirl, Gaz, the blonde.
Yeah, well, the redhead's okay, but I think the blonde, like the first appearance, I think it's a better look. Not to say the redheads wrong with redheads. Scarlet's
CoverGirl took one look at Scarlet when I need that look and dyed her hair. So that's already a psychological win for Scarlet.
Which funny. She's CoverGirl. She comes from like. You think that she'd be like in like the Lady J place. Lady J is that infiltrator type of character, right? That's her job, right?
Well, infiltrations and intelligence.
Yeah, you think that CoverGirl, instead of being a tank, which I don't mind her being a tank driver. It's great.
Yeah, I think the juxtaposition between the elegance of CoverGirl versus the brutality of a tank.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that dynamic.
Yeah, but yeah.
I just think Scarlet is more iconic. I think that she's more recognizable. I think that she's a ninja.
And she's an ace pilot too.
They're all ace pilots.
Yeah,
but she's really good.
I just feel like Scarlet is
a
higher tier on the Joe roster for a reason.
She almost killed Duke by that much.
Yeah, that's right.
She also led her own team for a little while.
That's true. Yeah.
For that book, Scarlet, not a ninja. She's counterintelligence. I think everybody's kind of looking at her being like she was on Ninja Force. And
well,
if you're on Ninja Force, you're a ninja.
Snake Eyes is her boyfriend, right? In the comic world, right? So he's gonna learn some ninja stuff from him. And in the cartoon, her family Those like karate instructors.
They're all karate instructors
Yeah,
and stuff.
she knows martial arts, man.
I did like this iteration of CoverGirl was mechanic, armor, and public relations. I found that was like, oh, cool. She's the public relations officer.
Remember in that movie when she was in it for a minute and then got stabbed through the heart?
And got absolutely stabbed. It was terrible. Anyway,
boo.
These are the last two. So let me most hated, I suppose.
Most hated.
Most hated.
Yeah.
I love these guys.
Both of them got somebody killed, and not in a great way.
Well, so here's my opinion on it. As a child, watching both Transformers and G.I. Joe the movie, no one in my circle was blaming either of these two for what happened. I think there's more of an argument to be had that Falcon definitely did more damage than Hot Rod did. Falcon was not doing his job and shirking on his duties, which led to the happenings that did with Alpine, Bazooka, Gung Ho, and I guess ultimately maybe Duke, if you want to put that argument out there, although I don't think that he had any hand in what happened to Duke. Whereas Hot Rod was legitimately trying to do the right thing, whether that was executed well or not. That was on Megatron, not on Hot Rod, to be fair. I think that what Hot Rod was trying to achieve versus what Falcon was trying to achieve, and to be fair, Gaz, I think you might have fallen for the same thing considering it was Zarana. You might have also been swayed. You may have also been swayed. So while I can't blame Falcon, is definitely...
Let's not forget that Falcon is a Green Beret as well.
Yeah.
So him being that way is just doesn't make sense, and he's that way. Some of the worst of the two is Falcon. If we're looking at that way, hands down.
Guys, all I can see is two of my all-time favorite toys. And I'm also, and track with me on this one for a second. I'm gonna go places. All I see right now is the concept for the next G.I. Joe Transformers crossover, where you get Lieutenant Falcon and Hot Rod, but his vehicle form is a Ferrari Testarossa from Miami Vice, because of Don Johnson's voice. And so you get a Joe scale Ferrari that turns into Hot Rod, piloted by Falcon.
Crazy. You know, I'm signing up for that one.
Like, come on.
I like it. I don't hate it. But if Hot Rod was going to turn into a G.I. Joe vehicle, what would he be?
He'd probably be...
Was that tank with like the 8 wheels? Persuader?
Oh.
Yeah.
The Persuader?
Is it that tank with the like, it's got like 8 wheels?
Yeah.
A little face on the back?
I thought you were talking about
imagine
for a second, and I was
just
like,
a red flaming vamp.
Yeah, same.
Well, it could be a red Persuader.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they would keep the color. They would keep the color of the G.I. Joe vehicle. Traditionally, that's what they have done with the Transformers. Is that they've kept the color of the vehicle, but the bot parts can be changed to the colors. So I guess I don't know. You'd want something that's fast, and what do they have that's fast? Maybe a jet.
Oh god!
Like, it doesn't have to be. I mean, that would keep the wings in the back, right?
Could be.
Oh, come on. He can be an armadillo.
Why not?
Little armadillo with the little flame on the flaming eagle on the.
Or what about a slugger?
No, that's slow.
Yeah.
Everybody's leaning towards Hot Rod on this one, yeah?
How about a Skyhawk?
Ooh, motorcycle. Yeah, good idea, Ari. Silver Mirage. Perfect. Done.
They're kind of small. Be Hot Rod?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's fast though, right?
But the question is, which out of the two is the worst one, right? Being story-wise.
Falcon.
Right.
Because he later becomes an addict. And to people out there that have substance abuse problems, I'm not making fun of that. But Falcon went from a story arc of being an absolute piece of shit to being one of the renegades briefly, and then sinking into the low of being addicted to whatever sparkling stuff that was.
I actually heard a rumor that I heard a rumor that Falcon showed up to Joe Fest one year early, got in line and then left, and then came back later and was like, "Hey, I was here earlier, so you guys got to leave back in the front of the line." And that's
What a schmuck.
That's a real jerk move.
Didn't Hot Rod, as Rodimus Prime, doubt himself as being a leader and didn't think he was worthy of the?
Yeah.
So he wasn't actually leading the team. He was just in self-doubt and depression mode.
So
that's even worse than what Falcon did, because now he's
now
the whole Autobot force is without a leader.
That's different. If you have, and I will say, like, Duke lived, right? So take that out of the equation for Falcon. Like, later on, that guilt's gone, right? Not that he had anything really to do with Duke anyway, right? But you have Optimus Prime's death, the ultimate leader of the Autobots, and then you're the guy that's going to follow that. That would be tough on anyone. And if you were measuring yourself up against Optimus Prime, I can't imagine any scenario where you're like, yeah, I'm as capable as he is. I understand where he's coming from, as annoying as it may be for him to not really, right? But I can understand him being like, this is a lot of responsibility. This isn't what I want to do. He ended up being the guy that could open the Matrix, but at no point during Transformers the movie did he go, I'm going to be a better leader than Ultra Magnus. I just need an opportunity to do it. He never did any of that. He just happened to be the guy that was the right guy to open the Matrix. That does not all of a sudden put you in the mind frame of, I'm going to be a great leader. Sure. It just means that now you are, and that's it. You are the leader. And good old Ultra Magnus is like, I'm going to step back for a minute now, and now it's up to you. Even Ultra Magnus was like, I don't want to do it. I'm not worthy. And he was just as negative about being a leader.
You're right there.
I can't handle this now, is Ultra Magnus's catchphrase. Right, so Hot Rod, and there's a statue of Optimus Prime right there, and he has to look at that and go, holy, how am I going to measure up to this guy? And an opportunity to give away the Matrix and become Hot Rod again? Yeah, I can understand wanting to do that. I would love to be who I was 20 years ago. That'd be cool. Right? But I'm stuck in this one.
Good argument. Falcon takes the cake.
Sold this.
Falcon takes the cake.
All right. Last one. I know who already I picked for the last one, but
let's go. Oh.
All right, is this just a full-on fight?
Yeah.
I think Sabretooth. Wolverine has won some fights against Sabretooth, but I would argue Sabretooth has won more. And Wolverine has more to lose than Sabretooth does. Sabretooth can beat Wolverine by killing the people around him.
That's true, yeah. I could see him just plowing through, like...
I think Cecil has done, like, cocaine this morning or something. His logic is, like, real hardcore this morning, boys.
Well, I think this is the same situation as the Baroness, right? Like, Wolverine will be trying to stop Sabretooth, and Sabretooth is trying to kill Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know... I feel like I don't know much about Wolverine, but I do feel in this case he might be trying to kill him too. But has he?
Well, yeah, I mean, they could blow for blow. These guys are trying to kill each other. They are trying to kill each other. And if Wolverine goes into a berserker rage, then it doesn't matter who's around him. Right? People will get hurt. But Wolverine can't not really, kill Sabretooth without the use of a special object like the sword that takes away your healing factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Sabretooth is stronger than Wolverine. Even Cyber is stronger than Wolverine. Wolverine gets his ass handed to him a lot. And Sabretooth is tougher, is stronger, and I think is ultimately just going to beat Wolverine. Whether it will never be to the death between either of them, really, not really.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but Sabretooth does have, was it Adamantium? Is that the name of it?
Adamantium.
Well, later on he got it, but he doesn't need it.
He's got him in his claws, though, as far as I know.
Not originally.
No.
Not originally, but that image right there he does. You can see they're
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like,
and he's also got the strength and a healing factor.
I feel like, unfortunately, regardless, Wolverine would get absolutely murked. Because Sabretooth, I just think in general is more of a monster and less of a human being. And because of that, it's just,
If Wolverine would have never met Professor X, then Wolverine would have won.
Fair. That's a fair statement.
Nah, I don't agree. Because Sabretooth had been beating Wolverine for decades.
True.
Before he became even a member of Alpha Flight.
At least once a year on his birthday.
All right, look,
Exactly.
look. What Zazel said earlier is correct. Sabretooth would win because Wolverine has everything to lose.
Yeah.
You know, the fight has to happen in the X Mansion, and I don't really think. Correct me wrong. I think there may be a few X-Men that could stand up to Sabretooth. Most of them would fall. I think to him. Most of them would.
Yep.
You know,
there's only a few that.
Like Heroic Nonsense has asked, who would you prefer to be? And you know what's really crazy? I'd prefer to be Sabretooth because I would like to not have a conscience for a little while.
It's a terrifying thing.
It's terrifying.
A little less hair would be nice. I'm already Sabretooth.
If I could be one of the two, I agree. I think I'd be Sabretooth just for that reason. Yeah,
I would like to be.
Look, I don't know. I think Sabretooth has some, like, Wolverine is messed up, but Sabretooth has a lot of things wrong with him.
Oh, yeah.
And that comes from a childhood of absolute abuse. And I guess imagine what Sabretooth could have been if that never transpired. Like, there are heroic versions of Sabretooth, but I guess
even the main canon, he was an X-Men for a little while. They were trying to like, iron his rehabilitate him, but it didn't work. He just went back.
Well, it'd be easier to get things off the top shelf if you're Sabretooth versus being Wolverine.
This panel here, I expected more of a debate, but I think everybody's unanimously decided that Sabretooth would destroy Wolverine.
Yeah, it's that.
We've had more of a debate about the Power Rangers than we've had a debate about this.
And quite frankly, I'm a little sick. I'm a little tired of Wolverine.
Yeah, I think even at his height, the dynamic was always that Sabretooth was stronger than Wolverine.
Yeah, I remember reading the comic books.
I think Gaz, what you were saying, we've had so much Wolverine thrown at us, and he's so overpowered now. Just like, Hiroshima goes off, he just shakes it off, right? Like there's no stakes at that point in time.
Yeah, back when we were younger, Wolverine could die.
Right.
Right. That was a real thing. Like, he was not invincible. Speaking of invincible. We're talking about now, we'll go into Gaz's idea of cartoons that now when you mentioned this, Gaz, the idea of turning an IP into a cartoon, my first thought was how cool it would be, especially in that timing of the 90s, where we would have, bam, this was the first idea that came into my head. Imagine turning all those 90s properties into a cartoon.
On the left. Yeah. With the
There's Nomad, right?
Nomad.
Darkhawk.
Yeah. Nomad is in like Captain America's Nomad.
Yeah, it's like it's either Captain America or Bucky, or then there was like a third guy that played him.
So this version of Nomad was carrying around a baby with him called Bucky.
All right, so that's Cap.
No, I can't remember who this version of Nomad was. But so the Secret Defenders, for those who don't know, Doctor Strange, who was a member of the official Defenders back in, I guess the 70s.
Yep.
So this came out in the 90s, and what happened was he was looking at his tarot cards, and some danger was happening somewhere, and he was like, I've got to get a group of people together. The tarot cards would pick out who he would pick for that story, and it would have like a mini run, and then the next run he'd pick different characters that would be better for that mission. So there was no real set team. Like the original Defenders were Doctor Strange, Hulk, Silver Surfer. I think Iceman and Angel were in it. But in this iteration, he would change it around to be like a secret group that isn't officially a team. And so my original thought was not the Secret Defenders. It was actually in the next run, Sleepwalker down here at the bottom. So Sleepwalker teamed up with Punisher, Namorita, and Doctor Strange. And I thought originally that Sleepwalker would be a great cartoon because it's basically about a guy that when he falls asleep becomes this entity comes out of him called Sleepwalker. And then that made me think about some of the favorite issues I've read with Sleepwalker in it, which led me to Secret Defenders. And so, what's better than having one cool character? All of them. You can have Punisher, you can have Spider-Man, you can have Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Wolverine, and it could be, how awesome would it have been in the 90s to have all your favorite superheroes teaming up in a different mission every week. You know, Doctor Strange pulling people together for a different story. And I think that the 90s, if it was ever going to happen, would have been the best time to happen. Because they were crossover all the time. You know, Spider-Man was in the X-Men. The X-Men were in Spider-Man. Captain America was in Spider-Man. Ghost Rider was in the Hulk, I think.
Yep.
Silver Surfer, Galactus, all of those, they were all crossing over. So why not have an ultimate crossover cartoon in the Secret Defenders? And I thought that this was a great comic run. I would have loved to have seen this in animated form. And then I thought MacGyver would be cool because, you know, MacGyver was already pretty much a cartoon character. And the A-Team, with or without the cigar, I think would have also made for a pretty cool...
I'm surprised. This is one of my ideas as well.
All those guys look like face with different hair.
Right? Well, yeah. I'm surprised this wasn't a thing, though. This
I'm surprised, too. Yeah.
They could have easily done this instead of that, like, Mr. T show and still have Mr. T in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Instead of having the gymnastic team, it would have just been like Mr. T and the guys. That would have been great.
So,
yeah,
I do need to get going here soon, but I've got 3 to pitch to you guys.
All right, go ahead. Go.
All right. So follow me on this one. It starts off with a live action bumper on the beginning and the end.
Okay.
And it's the main hero in live action form telling you a tale of his heroics. And it's Super Grover.
Yep. I'm in.
Right? So it starts off as like, hey kids, I'm here.
That'd be good.
And then it fades into a cartoon of Super Grover doing heroics and whatnot. Right? Look at that.
He's in. He agrees.
I think that would have been a no-brainer. I also think that The Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
They could right now do a sequel cartoon series from that show as like a Netflix cartoon, and it would be gangbusters good.
I got you there. Yep.
Right, like that. Just having Alex going off and doing more, and him rebuilding the Armada because he was the last Starfighter. You call the show like the next Starfighter. Like it would be incredible.
Do you think they would have changed it for the cartoon and made it so that he was sucked into the game though, like Tron? I think they would have mixed it up a bit.
Keep it just the way it is.
I think just keep it just the way it is. Just have him traveling and doing more things. And my other thing, and this is something I thought as a kid that they should have done, was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the continuing story. Just more adventure with those guys in Sherwood.
Was there ever a Robin Hood cartoon?
Disney did one.
Disney did one. There was
a series.
There was a bad one from England, and then in Canada we had a show called Rocket Robin Hood. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, but it's incredible.
Yeah, you showed that one before. We've seen that one.
It's like a Flash Gordon meets Robin Hood. It's incredible.
It's sort of Prince Baron in Spade.
Yeah, but just had picked up in 1990. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the cartoon. It just continues the adventures of the Merry Men.
I like that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Captain N.
So I have Hans, do you want to go?
No, I don't.
Don't have any?
I can't think of anything that I would change.
Hans' cartoon would be Power Rangers Versus, and then every week they fight some other crossover.
And if you guys wrote it, they'd lose. It'd be him versus Snoopy, and they'd lose. It's just
so. I had a couple, but you named off one, the A-Team. Somebody mentioned the $6 Million Man in the chat. Yeah, that would have been perfect, right?
But that was kind of the Bionic Six, right?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But I would just continue with Steve Austin.
That was the original idea, and then they took the rights.
So my big idea, main one, the reason why I thought of this is simple. It's an iconic movie. I love this movie. I don't know what you guys are thinking, and it's not that movie.
Doesn't have the heart that Showgirls has.
So again, like much like Adam's idea with the live action bumper, So you get the actual actor out there and just telling stories about his life as a truck driver in the
I
Pork
get
Chop
it.
Express.
Yes.
So the Adventures of Jack Burton and the Pork Chop Express, and just talking about like it could be like I don't want to do like a mystery like Scooby Doo, but it can be on that kind of path where he's just stumbling upon these crazy stories that he's taken down or helped take down or whatever, stuff like that. And you'd have the characters coming back or new characters and stuff.
Dick Tracy could have been a great cartoon continuation of the movie as well.
Yeah, and then
You know what?
And then
Plastic Archaeologist just said Waterworld with the thing, but you know what? That's actually a show I would watch. I'd watch a couple episodes of Waterworld of him just wandering this water world. That didn't come out good. You know?
That was interesting that they turned Conan into a water-faring pirate cartoon.
Well, they had a Conan cartoon.
What?
Conan was on most of his missions on the Conan cartoon was him on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another idea I have is The Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Adventures of the
they
Rocketeer.
made a Disney Plus animated show about that, but it's like his niece.
Oh, I didn't see
haven't
that.
seen that.
And he makes appearances in it.
Huh.
Damn, I'm kind of mad that you got some. You always mention my stuff. Now I got nothing. Now I'm just trying to think of something to throw in there. No?
Yeah, no, your ideas are great. I prefer them. But like all those 90s comic book movies that came after Batman's, like Dick Tracy, The Shadow, The Phantom, they could have all been great cartoons.
Shadow and the Phantom, definitely. Well, actually, they
How crazy was it that they grabbed Flash Gordon, Phantom, Mandrake, and put them all in a cartoon together? That's a great idea.
They did a 90s cartoon of the Phantom. I think it's like Phantom something 2099 something.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
future Phantom.
Right.
Yeah.
They had try to update Flash Gordon as a younger person.
Yeah,
they did that one. And
so
then
the one where Ming was green.
Yeah, I think
for a long time I thought the Phantom was Australian because it is very popular in Australia, the Phantom, but it's also because of the show bags. But it's also pretty much the only comic you'll find in any newsagents these days is the Phantom. I never see any Marvel or DC comics. It's always the Phantom.
Because I thought of something like Stargate, but they had done a Stargate cartoon, but it wasn't nothing like the actual show or movie.
Well, and I think too, and again, now it's a moot point, but not Ewoks and droids, but like an actual continuation of like the Adventures of Luke Skywalker, like a Star Wars continuation cartoon, I think would have been just perfect after Jedi.
Yeah, that's a surprise that they didn't. If they had done Shadows of the Empire, that would have been so good.
I still, fingers crossed, that like Disney Plus 5-episode show Shadows of the Empire. Like just
do it.
I'm surprised they haven't done that already.
Right.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. There must be some reason why they haven't. That is a fantastic story.
When I heard that
great video game
was going to be in the Mandalorian, I was like, oh, he's definitely going to be what's his name? Dash Rendar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If we're talking Star Wars, I would like if you guys played the what is it? What's that video game with Star Killer?
Oh,
the series with Star Killer.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. I want them to do that story. That would be really neat.
That guy voices Maul now, you know.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he's also like the continuity director. Like the film scene, he's like, no, that's not right, because he's such a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah.
He also played Bizarro in Smallville.
We need 50 more of him in the Star Wars development team.
Yeah. But
anyway,
also there was Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. Yeah. I thought it'd be cool if there was a WCW cartoon with like Sting as the lead.
That would have been cool. He was already like a cartoon character.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah!
Well, we did get him in that. Was that Thunder Bay show that Hulk Hogan had? He was come back as a bad guy.
Thunder in Paradise.
Yeah, he came back as a bad guy a few times. Yeah, that was funny.
I don't understand this question. Dolph Lundgren as Hawk.
I haven't watched that. He sent me the link for it. I haven't got a chance to watch it. I've been busy all day. I'm gonna check it out, and then I'm gonna pass it on to these guys so they can watch it too.
Yeah, share it around.
Yeah, but no.
Well, we're at the 2-hour mark, and I think we've exhausted all our ideas. I'm glad we didn't start the show. But I think Supergrove as a cartoon would have made... Keep Elmo the bloody hell out of it.
No, he's revealed at the end of season 1 as the big bad.
Still, even as a bad guy, I don't want him in it.
All right, yeah, I just sent it. I sent it to the group, and then I gotta send it to Adam. Find Adam. Here he is. There you go. Just sent it to you guys. That would be crazy. You know what? Actually, I have another one. One last one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember The Greatest American Hero?
Oh,
believe it or not.
Believe it or not, that would be great. Yeah, because ever see the unaired pilot of the second series or
with
second
the female one? Yeah,
the girl. Yeah,
yeah. It's on one. I have a couple of seasons of Greatest American Hero on DVD, and it's on one of the special features.
I have the complete collection, of course.
Of course.
Were you saying that would be better as a cartoon?
I mean, it'd be cool as a cartoon. I would like to see a new series, to tell you the truth, live action series. I think it's good enough for a new live action series. Something like Battlestar Galactica would make a great cartoon series.
That would be a great
cartoon. Right? Right? I mean, it's a lot of money to create these sci-fi shows, TV show wise. You can do it as an animated series and get just the same amount.
Well, that's why I think like The Last Starfighter would be a great Netflix cartoon right now. You get the same voice cast to come back and do their same characters. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Super Sweep, yes. Do you guys know Sooty?
Yeah, I do know Sooty actually. Yeah, as you say it, the janitor.
Do you guys want a sneak peek before I go on my next Go Figure video?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Look at this little snake mace.
Ooh,
I like it.
Little Dungeons and Dragons situation.
Oh, I thought it was Spike Core.
I wouldn't show anything Spike Core to Zazel because then he hit me with it.
We need a Spike Core versus Hydro Viper.
Yeah, Plastic keeps saying that, huh? Hydro Viper.
It depends on if they fight in the water.
But the most when you think of your buddies, you ultimately attach them to like one core memory that kind of defines the relationship. And mine will always be Gaz just taking Hydro Vipers from my hand, like, stop it, just throwing them away. Just get out of here. That's nonsense.
My core memory for Gaz is him telling the sellers of their own product what the name of those characters really are.
Yeah.
I'll take Snake Plissken, please. Jack
I never did see the John Wayne figure. If they ever brought that one out, I never saw it.
No, I don't think they brought it out.
Doing the likeness stuff, didn't they? They went on to like the build your own.
Yeah.
Well, I think they got into that. They're also doing the what was it? The skull thing. What was it?
Robo Skull.
Skeletron.
Yeah, they did the figures for that as well. That you didn't see it on display. You saw it on display, right?
Yeah.
Like it's John
the Skeletron
Wayne.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a Jack Burton figure. Oh, you mean the trucker?
You mean the Chinatown trucker? Yeah, Jack Burton.
Yeah.
No, you mean Jack Burton.
What a great day. That first Joe Fest was the best. Second one was fun too, but there's some magic in the air in that first one.
What was it when Chad walked up with his comic? Oh, check that out. Somebody bumped his coffee. That was such a riot. That whole weekend was a riot, man.
Oh yeah.
I was just talking about the karaoke bit with Def Leppard, Porcelain Sugar on Me. So a little girl trying to sing it, and we just drowned her out. Felt really bad.
Yeah. But a little girl shouldn't have been singing it. That's the thing. She should not have been singing that song. But we skipped the karaoke last year. You know what? I also felt like we didn't do enough evening excursions. Like we went out and found dinner places on the first one and just hung out around.
We also wore ourselves out, didn't we?
We definitely.
Driving to Charlotte.
I never felt.
Sorry about
Plus
that.
the snoring was keeping us all up.
Gaz waking up and seeing my son sitting in a chair glaring at snoring Xavier.
I'm like,
That
you
poor
okay? I'm like, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine.
Well, Hans will be at Joe Fest this year. We're going to do our very best to be at Joe Fest next year. We're hoping to do the RonCon road trip. We'll get a battle bus and bring everyone along with us. If we could get a bus of RonCon participants over into Joe Fest, that would be mind-blowing.
At minimum, we rent an 18 van.
At the very least. That'll get us over the border.
Yeah.
Guy in my town used to have an 18 van.
So good.
I mean, it wasn't really, you know,
screen accurate.
Authentic screen accurate, but it was painted similar to it.
Yeah.
What did Doc Brown say? It was it's not to scale.
Not to scale.
I was very proud of my son the other day. We're listening to this trivia podcast, and a thing came up and it said 1972, a crack team of commandos were falsely charged for a crack, and Grayson's like, "Oh, it's the 18." Like he just, it's like
next
legend.
Yeah,
I still watch that show like daily.
Yeah, I watched it on. I just put it on Pluto on the Action Channel.
Yeah, on the Action Channel. It starts at like 7. Just put it on. Like, oh, it's this episode. Yeah, well, all right, cool, got it.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, as a kid, I didn't appreciate how like award-winning Murdoch was. He is genius.
Oh my God, Dwight Schultz,
just
so great, man. The acting chops on that guy in that show is just incredible.
And he's just so quick. His timing is perfect.
We got Hans to do the kicking. There you go. All right, speaking of kicking, let's kick on out of here. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with us today. We'll be back, I don't know, maybe next week. Our schedules have been all over the place. And the truth of the matter is we only do this when we can all do this. We all go live or no one goes live, and that's just the way it is. But do check out Hans and Gaz in the description. I'll add Adam to the description. You can go check him out too. And we are out of here.